Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Comics and Coffee, starting your day off the nerdy way. I'm your host, Nikki Alfaro, and I'm here again with Joey Matthews.
Hello, everyone.
So nothing big happened since talking comics. Image had their expo. It was a little thing. Yeah, lots of news there. Lots of things to be excited about. I'll go through the list. We're going to discuss which titles we're going to definitely pick up. Um, and I guess it started with the Invincible reboot,
Hmm.
which, do you read Invincible?
Nope,
No.
no,
Um,
but it
I
sounds interesting.
I pick it up here and there. I went through a phase where I just breezed through like 10 volumes and then forgot all about it. It's going to be interesting. It's the main character, Mark, finds himself going back in time, I guess, and now he's reliving everything that happened from the first volume, knowing what's going to happen.
Oh, cool.
Um, and it feels like something out of a fan fiction, but since it's
That's
the
not
creator,
always a bad thing.
yeah, yeah. So, um, that'll be interesting. I'll definitely check it out. Um, Next was Codename Babushka, The Conclave of Death.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Written by Anthony Johnston, who created the Fuse, um, and with art by Shari Chankama. Um, Codename Babushka has everything you'd expect from me: a kick-ass female hero, bags of tension, and deep dark secrets that everyone's trying to figure out. The enigmatic Contessa is a wealthy socialite, the last heiress to a noble Russian line, and secretly a deadly assassin. Government to carry out dirty jobs even the CIA can't sanction, she's got nothing to lose and everything to fight for. The first issue hits October 2015.
I swear this is like the fourth Russian spy comic that's out right now.
Yeah.
But it sounds cool. Like the fact
Um,
that they're saying it's going to be like basically Bond
yeah.
is interesting.
Um, Camp Midnight,
Yeah, I want to
um,
get that one.
Steven Seagal, and New Yorker artist Jason Adam Katzenstein.
Hmm.
Katzenstein. Um, it's
The
going to
art
be
looks really
a
cool. The story seems so much fun.
Yeah, it's going to be an original 256-page graphic novel set to hit stores October 2015. Um, Reluctant camper Sky is accidentally sent to the wrong camp for summer. Not wanting to please her stepmonster, Sky is dead set on not fitting in. Luckily, that won't be a problem, as everyone at Camp Midnight, with the exception of fellow camper and fast friend Maya, seems to be a full-fledged monster. That sounds really fun.
Yeah, and it's coming out in October, so perfect timing.
Mm-hmm. Blue Monday, Thieves Like Us, um, makes its triumphant return with an all-new series from Eisner and Harvey Award-nominated cartoonist China Cluxton-Forrest. Um, Blue, Clover, Victor, Allen, and the entire gang from Fresburger, California are back. Winter has thawed into spring. The whole world is thinking about sex, and it's all Blue's fault, or at least it seems that way. Haven't read the first one, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Then there's another Blue Monday title, Germ
Yeah.
Free Adolescence. Um, and it's going to be all the Blue Monday comics collected together. So I guess you could catch up before moving on to the next
Oh, okay.
story.
Cool.
Um, Scooter Girl, again by Flores. It's a love letter to Southern California mod and scooter culture. Scooter Girl is Flores' screwball romantic comedy classic. Ashton Archer has it all. He's the biggest man on his high school campus. He's got a huge family fortune waiting for him, and his closest and his closest and his closet and garage are full of the coolest accoutrements available, from flashy suits to swank shoes to a slick Vespa scooter. It appears that nothing can go wrong for this hard-headed haughty that is until the confidant and fashion confidant. I cannot read today.
It's too early.
I woke up way too early. um, it appears that nothing can go wrong until the confident and fashionable Margaret Sheldon motors by on her Lambretta. At this moment, Ashton's life takes a turn for the worst. Um, then we have Throwaways, um, written by Caitlin Kittredge and art by Steve Sanders. Um, Throwaway, Cold War slang for a deniable asset, a disposable assassin meant to die alongside their target. That sounds really interesting.
Yeah,
And the promo art based on that, I'm definitely going to pick that up.
yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Sunset Park. Something's up in Sunset Park, and it ain't just the rent. Are Brooklyn's gentrifiers more than just economic vampires? A cartoonist draws a macabre story from a collection of notes, journals, movies, and other ephemera he finds boxed, abandoned in the studio he's recently rented along the latest front line in gentrification's relentless march over Brooklyn in Sunset Park. It's
Seems cool.
a new series. It's a limited series, so
Oh,
but it
that
sounds so
limited
interesting.
one is better to. It's easier to spend money on a limited series.
Wait,
Jazz.
wait 1 second. Ah, you know what? You'd think I know how technology works.
Shaz,
Okay.
you're live.
I know. I don't know why it's not allowing me to use. Ah, there we go. Turn camera on. Does, today's not my day.
So this
Oh,
is Shaz.
hello everyone.
He's another
How's it
friend
going?
from the Silver Snail Cafe side. Um, Shaz, you're
Ah,
interrupting my broadcast.
I know. I just kind of came in. Oh boy, this is why. Oh my goodness. I feel terrible now. I finally get this thing working and then it's just like, oh nope, no webcam. Oh my goodness.
Okay, I'm gonna keep reading out the titles. You try to figure out the
Okay.
webcam stuff, and then maybe you can come
I'll
in for the Marvel stuff.
gotcha. I'll just keep quiet in the corner then. It's okay.
Um, Slave Punk, another Ron Wimberly title.
Mhm.
Um, Slave Punk tells a story of how a genius slave defied the powerful King Cotton and ignited the Civil War in an attempt to end slavery.
The art looks really pretty.
Hmm. Just basing it off this image.
Yeah, yeah, no, like, and it's cool that something like that kind of story can work in like a single issue format. It's
Hmm.
not, unless it is a graphic novel and they're just not saying it. But it's cool.
Next is Cry Havoc, a new series written by Simon Spurrier with art by Ryan Kelly and features colors by Lee Leffridge and Matt Wilson, both amazing colorists. Um, Cry Havoc is a journey into a war-torn Afghanistan in the company of monsters, a London street musician savaged by a ghostly hand, and a terrified prisoner tangled in folkloric insurrection. Hmm.
Monsters, I'm down.
Cry Havoc features three parallel and interwoven story threads in the life of Lou Canton, an extraordinary woman being consumed by chaos, with three different colorists lending their artistic takes in order to define the separate phases of the story. Um, that sounds really interesting.
Yeah,
Um, I
and the
don't
fact that
think,
they're
yeah,
describing it as Pan's Labyrinth,
Mhm.
Yep.
Having three different colorists, I think, will highlight how just how important they are
Yeah.
to the art, which like um, I don't think they get enough credit,
Yeah. No, definitely.
unless you're Jordi Belair. um, Next is the book I'm looking forward to most. Um, Shaz, you're making so much noise.
Oh, you know what? I think you guys would just have to not see my face. How about that?
All right.
You're just gonna have to see this disembodied head. It's okay.
It's very dramatic. I like the
Yeah.
picture.
Makes you look very serious.
Very serious.
Makes you
It's
look like you're
very
coming out with an album.
the sweet, sultry tones of my voice. So, anyways, I give up on this, but you know what? I'm gonna stick it out. I might as well. Okay.
We're on Black Magic,
Black magic.
which Greg Rucka and artist Nicholas Scott are going to. I guess it's an ongoing. It doesn't say that it's a limited series,
Mm-hmm.
and it's coming out just in time for Halloween.
Okay.
It's about witches, kind of, and
Uh,
noir, kind of.
Black
sort of
Magic
like
follows Rowan Black, robbery homicide detective in the city of Portsmouth, and the latest in a line of traditional witches who can trace their lineage and memories back to before the Library of Alexandria burned. Rowan has carefully built a wall between her professional life and her faith, and now that barrier is cracking. If magic is the power to impose one's own will on reality, where does that leave the rest of us?
Hmm.
So excited.
Sounds stellar.
Sounds interesting.
Mhm.
I think like a lot of I don't know when it comes to Image and me, I have not ventured into the world of Image as much as many people would like me to. So I'm still like an Image virgin in many ways. But yeah, I'm just throwing that out there before people start telling me what these titles are. Just warning everyone ahead of time. But no, I'm very intrigued by everything that Image does. But yeah, no, keep sharing what these titles are. I'm taking them in.
Crosswind is the cutting-edge story of suave, sharp hitman from Chicago and a seemingly unremarkable housewife from Seattle and how they accidentally end up switching lives. It's by Gail Simone and Kat Staggs. That
Hmm.
also sounds very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Hmm.
The Goddamned. Southern Bastards writer Jason Aaron and artist R.M. Guerra, with colorist Julia, I don't know,
God damn.
Brusco, turn their attention to the Bible and the Goddamned. Before the Great Flood, the world is filled with violence and wickedness. In just a couple thousand years, humanity has gone from paradise to depravity and ruin. God is beginning to seriously regret having ever created man in the first place. The
Interesting.
new ongoing series to launch from Image new November. I think we've established that I cannot read today.
Oh, funny. Oh, well, interesting. It's funny because it's also my month of Ramadan right now, so things are kind of getting a little religious with me. So it's funny. It's like, oh, that's interesting, huh?
All right.
Okay.
So we got the Other Side Deluxe Edition. I guess it's a series that Jason Aaron and Cameron Stewart did before, but now they're releasing it under Image. Then we have Heartless by Warren Ellis, teaming up
Mm.
with Tula Lotay. Um, they're the team on Supreme Blue Rose, I believe, which I didn't entirely understand. So I guess it'll be exciting to see them team up for a new story that I can maybe get into.
Mhm.
Um,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
it's a modern folktale about love, revenge, and the deadly grip of the supernatural. Um, a female musician returns to northern England where her family owned a little cottage in the middle of the forest. That sounds
Supernatural.
that sounds supernatural enough.
And Warren Ellis, he did the first run of Moon Knight, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I know him as the Iron Man Extremis writer. He wrote that. So he sort of was responsible for rebooting Iron Man for the 21st century. So that's how I know him. That's the
We
comic
all know
cat.
him differently.
I know.
um, okay, so next is Huck by Mark Millar and Raphael Albuquerque, who's the artist for American Vampire. Um,
There we go.
where do I go for
Mark
this
Miller.
description? Millar.
Does this guy ever stop writing?
Nope,
Nope,
making too much money.
Oh man.
Everything he touches is gold.
I know some people that would disagree with that, but I'm
I'm
not bringing up their names.
I'm just saying gold as in making money wise, not that I
Oh,
like
money
all
wise,
of this. Yeah, yeah. I don't
money
like all of
wise.
his stuff. I basically Chrononauts is the only thing I was just like, this is amazing.
The only thing I ever read by him was probably the Ultimates, but that gives you a good sense of what kind of writer he is. Not bad. I like his style. But I usually I like the thing with Miller that I like is he really translates well to people who like watch a lot of movies. Like
Hmm.
his style is,
yeah,
is very much like that. So it's very
yeah, that's
cinematic.
why
So
that's why like Kick-Ass and Kingsman work so well as movies.
I
yeah,
think
I feel
this one will work as well.
uh,
The tag here is, what if the person you least expected had an amazing secret? Um, he says, Millar says, all the best old comics were about people you didn't expect becoming empowered. Peter Parker wasn't a classic hero, he was a lonely teenager. Matt Murdock was blind, Tony Stark had a heart condition, Dr. Donald Blake couldn't walk without a stick. So we wanted to do something incredibly sweet about a small town guy with learning difficulties who could do all these amazing things. He's the purest, most decent character you've ever seen in a comic book. A big guy who just wants to help people and does it in secret so nobody even knows he even exists. It's the ultimate feel-good comic. Hmm. He's Captain America meets Forrest Gump. Aw,
so when's
That
Nikki
sounds
gonna
awesome.
look up and realize I'm here?
oh, hey Shaz.
Hey, I even brought my own mug. So finally, I don't know. It just decided to work. Okay.
All
No,
right,
this. Why
yeah.
are there so many good comics coming out?
In addition to all the Marvel stuff, I'm gonna go broke.
Yeah, I like this DC reboot has already gotten me buying like way more books than I already am, plus Secret Wars, and then eventually the Marvel kind of reboot, and now
DC
all
is
this
actually
new Image
easy.
stuff.
DC is actually easier to like give up in singles. I think
Yeah.
theirs translates a lot better in graphic novels.
For sure.
Anyways, um,
And I just have no money in general, so so I don't know how I'm gonna get to read any of these.
all right. So next up, I'm just gonna go quickly through these so we can move on to Marvel. Next up is Private Eye, the deluxe hardcover. It's Brian K. Vaughan and Marcos Martin's web comic that they released as a pay what you can kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
I read the first couple of chapters; they were pretty good. Snot Girl by Brian Lee O'Malley and artist
Sounds like my
Huh?
kind of comic.
Snot Girl is funny and effed up. It's full of fascinating characters you'll love to hate. Uh, Lottie is a huge success. She's blog famous. Her online persona is flawless and fun, but her real life is filled with woes. She has terrible allergies. She just got dumped, and her blogger friends don't understand her. Things turn around when Lottie instantly clicks with Caroline, a new girl on the scene. But can she turn chemistry into friendship, or will she ruin everything? And it's called Snot Girl. Interesting.
Interesting.
Virgil, original graphic novel or OGN? Yeah.
Yeah, original graphic.
Um, betrayed, beaten, and banished by his own, an outed cop fights his way across Jamaica for revenge. Steve Orlando is the writer, and the artist is J.D. Faith. This is a brand new queer exploitation graphic novel on the streets of Jamaica. Hits the stores September 2015.
Art looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
Queer exploitation. I like that.
All right. Next is
Interesting.
Hadrian's Wall. Writer. Oh, it's the creative team behind Cowl. Kyle Higgins, Alex Siegel, and Rod Reyes.
Hmm.
Uh,
Are they
in
still doing Cowl?
I don't know.
Because I bought the first trade and I've been waiting for the second one, but I haven't seen it.
In 1983, tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union again um,
Wow.
culminated with nuclear detonations in New York City and Moscow. In the decades following, the two superpowers found peace through a partnership focused on building the first colony in space. But now, 70 years later, a new Cold War simmers between Earth and that very colony. That sounds really interesting.
When will
Um,
man ever learn?
then we have Accend by creator and writer slash artist Shane Davis, who I think he did the art for Superman Earth One.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh, hmm.
in
Interesting.
Yeah,
Accend,
he did.
teenager Eric Morin's life revolves around gaming. He quickly finds himself locked against a vicious player, only to realize the game Accent has carried over into the real world with apocalyptic consequences. Sounds interesting. Faster Than Light, written and drawn by Brian Haberlin. It's an interactive storytelling experience launching in September. In the very near future, we discover the secret of faster than light travel. Suddenly, the universe is wide open to us, but are we ready for it? With all the idealism of the original Star Trek and the grit and immediacy of Gravity, the story of humanity's first thrilling and terrifying adventures into the stars takes flight.
Star Trek and Gravity. I'm okay with that.
Um, every issue features Anomaly's free, cutting-edge augmented reality app, which makes it look like interactive holograms are coming out of the book.
Ah, that's interesting.
Well,
So it's sort of, in a way, it's kind of taking a page out of what Marvel's been doing with
Yeah.
augmented reality. That's interesting. But
Mm-hmm.
instead, kind of implementing that into the story.
Yeah, instead
Yeah.
of a behind-the-scenes thing.
Oh, I was funny
that's
thing
cool.
actually. I was thinking or this morning, how could you create full motion comics, but not within a computer, but like right in front of you? So
That
that's
would do it.
yeah, that'd be so. Oh, hmm. Somebody already thought about it. Dang it.
You could still apply it to different things.
Oh
Like
yeah, I
Detective
know.
Chess.
It's like with
I
any comic book idea. Like you
I
could
know,
have
but
one space western, but focus on different things.
I know. I wanted bragging rights to be the first. Okay, that.
All right, so Expired, written by Jimmy Robinson, art by Richard Pace. It's a 5-issue supernatural crime series. A homeless war vet ends up helping a ghost who is connected to an old coin-operated parking meter. He can only see and communicate with her as long as he feeds the meter. He has to solve the murder before the city replaces the meter with a modern version and before the killer finds him. But who's going to believe a homeless guy who looks like he's talking to himself?
That's really interesting.
Seems like fun. Don't know if I'd pick it up, but might give it a look.
Oh, I like it. It's got this kooky aspect to it. This sort of weird crime thriller aspect. It's interesting.
The 1%, critically acclaimed writer, artist, director Kyle Andrews. I
I hope he's not
don't
watching.
I don't even know. Um, in the 100, yeah, 100, in 1%, they own more than half the world, and Renato Jones is going to even the score 1% at a time.
Uh,
Dark neo-noir tribute.
Art looks cool.
All right.
yeah,
Ringside is an ongoing drama written by Joe. Can somebody say his name?
Joe Keating.
Keating? Yeah, that sounds
Keating.
good. All right.
Keating.
With art by Nick Barber, colors by Simon Go, and letters by Ariana Maher, set around the world of professional wrestling and coming from Image Comics this November. the artistry of performers rotating as cogs in the corporate machinery of an industry built to sell myth to the masses. That's quite a way to put it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like if you like wrestling, even if you don't, it might still be cool, but it seems like a interesting concept.
All right, and that's the image, all the image
Sweet.
news.
That's Image, all right. Image, I really am intrigued by Image because they always sort of, again, coming into Image with fresh eyes, they always sort of break the mold with what you can do with a comic book, you know. For the longest time, again, comic books were just superheroes, but now Image, you know, always sort of finds new and interesting ways to take the medium and show it in a new light. That, especially like I look at something like Ringside. I mean, it's like, oh, they're showing kind of like the political, corporate aspect of wrestling. Like that.
Even
It's like,
even something like that one with the parking meter
yeah,
Yeah.
expired. Like
yeah.
he's a war vet who's now homeless. I think like all of it kind of speaks to some aspect
Mhm.
of society in a different way, which I always appreciated about these creator-owned works.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're going this, like, for a very long time. It's at least recently, it's science fiction or
Yeah.
sci-fi something,
Mhm.
space
I'm not.
something. That, not that I'm complaining, but it just seems like every time I pick up an Image comic, it seems to be related to that.
Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
it'll be nice to have a little bit of break and go towards supernatural noir
Mhm.
Yeah.
um,
Mhm.
things.
I don't know. Is Odyssey the Matt Fraction book? Is that Image?
Yes.
That's Image. Yeah. See, that came to mind was Nameless and Image. Sorry, and
Descended.
Odyssey. Yeah, those are the two ones. There's a lot of like they've kind of carved themselves a nice, unique niche in terms of like sci-fi, fantasy stuff. But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, Image is built to be more than just that. So you know, we'll see.
Yeah, and the cool thing about Image too is it's not an entirely shared universe. You can really do whatever you want with
Yeah. It's not
those books.
90s Image. It's not 90s Image. Oh God, 90s Image.
Those aspects are still there though. We still got Spawn coming out. Every Tuesday we get more Spawn in at the store.
Spawn? Who? What? No.
Why?
But yeah. All right.
Um, so I guess we'll spend a little bit talking about Marvel. What are you guys excited to pick up?
Oh, oh my goodness. If I could pick up anything, it's funny because actually right in front of me, I went to my local comic book shop and I picked this thing up. So this thing has like
Shout out
everything.
to Heroes World.
Heroes World, yay.
Hey,
Uh,
it's a good shop. I
it's
go
a
there a
good
lot.
shop. It's no Silver Snail. Should I say that out loud here?
No,
No.
support all comic shops
I
that are
love
nice.
all comic shops. I love all comic shops.
Heroes World, they got nice guys are working there.
There are very nice guys working there. There are very. I just part of my soul. I left that Black Canary. So I don't know if you guys find it. Can you please return it back to me? But
No, your soul is theirs forever. Anyways,
Yeah, no.
Marvel, come on.
anyways,
Joey's got
Marvel.
to get to work.
Sorry, sorry. I don't know. For me in particular, I mean, it's to me it's a good jumping on point for Miss Marvel. I have read a couple issues and I love it. You know, from just a personal standpoint, that's something that I really like. I'm looking forward to. So hopefully, this new number one, I mean, that'll be a new jumping on point for me.
Yeah, I'm the same way
Um,
with Miles Morales. I've wanted to get into his books for a while, and now that he's actually part of the universe, that'll be
part
fun.
of the universe.
Well, in July, they're coming out with Ultimate Collections of the Miles Morales run, so I'm looking forward to picking that up.
Sweet.
Um, I'm looking forward to the Avengers stuff. I'm more intrigued than like excited because I'm like I mean like they got a good team working on it. They got like Mark Wade, you know, Adam Kubert, like some really solid people. But I'm like I'm not like crazy about it, but I'm like this could be interesting. So
Hickman's not
like
doing it anymore, is he?
No, he's not. No, he's
They're all like Marvel's losing a lot of its biggest players. Rick
Hmm.
Remender, Hickman, Kelly Sue
Hickman.
DeConnick. Of course, Matt Fraction has been writing for Marvel for a while, and there's another name. Can't really remember it at the moment.
Um, those are the only three that I'm aware of, but
But yeah, it'll be
yeah.
interesting because those are basically most of the heavy hitters.
Yeah.
But they
Well,
have Charles Soule now, exclusive. Because Soule for a while wrote for both DC and Marvel.
Mhm.
Um,
Now he's like has an exclusive deal with Marvel, I believe.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Jeff
So
Lemire on 3 books.
yep, Jeff Lemire. Joey and I so called him writing X-Men.
Yeah.
X
Um,
who? What? No.
Oh,
uh,
I just realized he's writing the Extraordinary X-Men, but they didn't do the cool pun to make it an X. Extraordinary X-Men.
it's quite a few like X-Men books. I mean, like again, like X-Men are their big heavy hitters, so of course they'd probably have to write some X-Men books.
Yeah. I
But
think I'm most excited for All New X-Men just because that's the book out of the three that looks the most like, yeah, classic X-Men.
yeah, yeah, it has that because like isn't that what the original storyline was? It was like the X-Men from the past come to the present time or something like that. It was
for
something like that.
all
All
new.
new. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
So maybe they're continuing that motif because this seems like that. I mean, we have Beast here, who is
Yeah, pre-blue.
pre-mutation Beast. Yeah. So I don't know.
I'm more looking forward to Lemire's Extraordinary X-Men. I'm rereading New X-Men, and I just picked up the hardcover for Volume One of Astonishing X-Men, and like I said it in when I tweeted out the picture that that's really the neo quote unquote neoclassic era of X-Men.
Mhm.
Grant Morrison really like redefined um, X-Men, and I think it came out like 2001, so that was 14 years ago. Holy crap, I feel old.
Yeah.
Um, but anyways, like I feel like Jeff Lemire is going to be another one of those like this is going to be a defining X-Men
Yeah.
run.
Mhm.
Um,
I have a complete faith in how he writes, so
you're
bring
an
it on.
Avengers fan, Shaz.
I know. Shame on me. I know. I don't know. I didn't grow up on X-Men, but I really do appreciate them, and I don't mind giving them a read every once in a while.
You
But
need
it's
to
not
read
really.
Grant Morrison's new X-Men. I
I
think you
really
might.
should. I really do love Morrison. I think his recent Multiversity really pulled me into his kind of stuff. So I think eventually I'll give it a read. I heard it's weird, but like I like weird stuff, so
And
it's
it's Morrison. How normal can it get, right?
oh yeah, normal. That's not in his vocabulary.
I think the general consensus on Talking Comics is that we're all excited for the Ultimates because
Oh,
Galactus is on the team. Like
who's on the team?
Galactus.
Galactus.
Galactus is on the team. Just slightly overpowered.
Yep.
Slightly. I'm looking at
I'm
this.
guessing he's a villain though. I don't know if he's a part of the team. He's just there.
Well, according to like this
It's
image
pretty easy.
here, they're all kind of standing on his hand. So it's like
Oh,
maybe
Oh
he's
well, yeah.
not.
Captain Marvel looks pretty comfortable, like
Yeah.
perching her foot on the finger there. So maybe Galactus is like the the guy
Maybe
who
this is like an
sends them
alt.
all on the missions. Because I can't imagine it being a fair fight if Galactus is on the team.
Well, you know what? You never know who they might be fighting. Maybe they're fighting some Celestials or something, or a couple Beyonders. You never know. Maybe
Maybe,
they need
maybe.
maybe they need a Galactus. But
All
yeah.
right.
I'm gonna stick with the X-Men and Spider-Man books.
I counted. I'm picking up like 21 out of the 45 titles.
Oh man. Oh,
But I have the
At least
luxury
it's
too.
not.
I
Like,
have the luxury too. Working at a comic book store really helps.
yeah.
keep
Don't
rubbing
need
it.
to rub it in our faces.
I'm just saying, if you're very serious about comic books, try to work at your local comic book retailer. It will help out so much. um, Last piece of news, it was announced that Francis Manapul will be leaving Detective Comics, which is really sad because I really liked his run.
Is he leaving after the first arc of the new stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was
Yeah.
like, is he going to leave mid-arc? That's weird. But,
No.
no, okay.
And especially because he and I think it's Brian Gelato.
Yeah.
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 They're just writing it, so it's not like Francis Manapul is doing the art too.
Maybe
Which
this
is,
means that Robot, Gordon, Batman will only be around for like one arc, and then they'll go back to doing a more traditional Batman.
Bunny Man? Robo Bunny?
Yeah.
Robo Bunny.
Yeah. Commissioner Gordon even calls it that.
I called it that first. I saw the picture and I'm like, Robo Bat Bunny.
Should have trademarked it. Should have
trademarked it. But yeah, DC's been interesting.
I think with the DC, I mean, I'm not trying to sound fanboyish here, but it's like they're taking kind of a page out of Marvel where they're shaking things up a bit.
That's always been the case, though. They've always been borrowing from each other.
True, it's always been the case, of course. Like you look throughout history, but like you compare New 52 to what they're doing now. With New 52, everything to me, anyways, was pretty uniform in like design.
They were trying to
and
get like a streamlined continuity, established universe, all generally the same.
That worked for new readers, I believe.
Well, it got me more into comic books.
Yeah.
Right. It was a very traditional kind of comic book line, you know.
Yeah.
For me, I'm an old school DC fan, and by old school, I just mean before the new 52. But I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm really looking forward to what else DC has up its sleeves.
Yeah.
I picked up a lot of the number ones, and I'm reading Action Comics, which I'm really loving. I have to go back and reread, or not reread. I have to go back and read Greg Pak's, like when he started writing Action Comics, because Greg Pak is one of those.
Sorry, I disappeared for a second. Sorry.
Oh, we didn't notice.
Ouch.
Keep on interrupting, Shaz.
I know, it's my first time. I apologize.
You're nervous. Aw.
I'm sweating a bit. And, anyways, oh my goodness. Anyways.
But yeah, Greg Pak is one of those writers who can really connect you to the character that he's writing. And he does that really well with Superman, which I think you really need to connect with Superman to enjoy his stories.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, read Action Comics. It's pretty good right now. 41, 42. You can start there.
Yeah, I like all these new. Again, kind of continuing off my previous thought before I left. Like now that I see the new lineup, it's not only just new stories, but it's new art styles. It's new kind of.
I think they've gotten new colorists too, I believe, because a lot of the stuff looks like brighter.
It's kind of like they've seen the success in stuff like Harley Quinn and the Batgirl, and they're like, you know what, this is kind of like what they're like expanding upon that now, you know.
And you can really see that with the We Are Robin and with Dr. Fate looks really different and has.
I love both of those titles, by the way.
Yeah, I read the preview for Dr. Fate and it looks really good, but I might pick it up in trade. And then We Are Robin is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Dr. Fate, they're also making a new Doctor Strange comic. I think Joey would be interested in.
Oh, that's on my list.
That's on your list. Battle
Okay.
Axe Doctor Strange. So
Jason Aaron writing Doctor
Jason
Strange.
Aaron,
That's
though,
the important part.
I know. I feel like, at first we're all concerned, like, what are they doing with our heroes? But then you see the writers, and then you're like, okay, all right, so
Yeah.
this has a chance of being good.
Just bring it back to Marvel. We're on DC. I'm just teasing you, Shaz. You're so easy to tease.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The internet made me very paranoid. Okay. Anyway, so,
Anyways, we should let Joey go to work
Yeah,
because he
I
has
gotta
work
head out.
soon.
right.
But thank you for joining me, guys.
Thanks for having this.
This is basically what we talk about every Wednesday. Um, but yeah.
I lost my mug. Where's my mug? There wasn't anything in it anyways, so.
All right.
All right. Thank you for joining us and starting your day off the nerdy way. I am Nikki Alfaro. You can follow me on Twitter at I am Asian Batgirl.
Joey Matthews. You can follow me at JC_Mats.
And Shaz, Shaz, just Shaz, and you can follow me at the Flip Pack at Twitter. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. To all you Americans, happy 4th of July. And Canadians, happy belated Canada Day.